YouTube, this is Patrick, and this is my review of Dexter Season 6, Episode 6, I believe. Just Let Go, which Dexter certainly did at the end of the episode, which I'll get to at the end of the review. First of all, Rob and I filmed our fuzzymotion Spielberg 90s video over the weekend, so that's in the can, and we just have to. There's just like the editing and like pegging all the clips, which is a kind of like a long, tedious process. So we hope that the video will be up by next weekend. But the most difficult part, which was filming, at least the most difficult for us to do, just to get synced up and be in the same room together, was done. So just any of our subscribers, just let you know that'll be up and hopefully by the weekend. But anyway, on to Dexter. Season 6, Episode 6, halfway point. Season 6 definitely better than Season 5, and at this point, it's, I think it's better than Season 3. Not sure about, as far as Season 2 goes, maybe. This was an episode with a great ending. It is moving. We have about, 3 or 4 plot lines that are really, have a lot of characters that are just in distress. They're all really moving forward at a pretty nice pace. So I'm really liking this season. I thought this was just a great episode. I guess I'll start with just Dexter. He had a great scene with Brother Sam, who is dying in the hospital. Mos Def and Mike C. Hall did a great job. It was really, really sad, and I'm sad to see Mos Def go. It's weird saying that in a sentence, but yeah, it was really well done. Computer shows up. The idea of the guy that shot him, I forget the guy's name that did it. I was kind of with Dexter the first part of the episode. You were supposed to think it was the one guy that got shot outside of his apartment building, and then when Dexter saw the security video, the second he saw the dog, I thought, oh, it's the other guy from the vigil they were doing earlier in the episode. But I like that, I didn't figure that out right away, which I think is a good thing. It's always good when a TV show can be a step ahead of you. And yeah, it was a pretty moving thing for Dexter, because he found somebody that can really help him, really truly help him, and make him become the person that he really wants to be, which is someone that can stop doing this, stop needing to do this, and it just abrupt, meaningless end, which makes you question, the faith that, in Dexter's case, faith that he didn't even really have to begin with. So it's just hard stuff. Speaking of difficult, I'll get to the end of the episode later on. Speaking of difficult, Travis is not having a good time with his latest victim. First of all, he's pouring like a pint of blood into a jar. Who knows what's that's for? He let the one girl go, which is gonna come back to bite him in the ass, I'm sure, in some way at least. I like that Travis is a different kind of villain, which at first, at the beginning of the season, Travis, I think, felt a little boring, or a little just like, it's Colin Hanks. He's not gonna, how can he be menacing? But it's something different this year with those guys. I say those guys because I'm pretty sure Almost isn't real now. When Dexter was tracking him at the food stand, Dexter had to leave, and the second he left, then we see Almost. Also, we find out that Travis was a painter, and Geller was painting, and I'm like, okay. So, it's looking like he's not real. I hope it's misdirection, I hope he is, but it's looking like he's not. Especially going with the end of the episode with the whole dark passenger thing, it's really looking like it's going to make sense that he won't be real. But I'm still liking that, they did something different this year, which is going to be increasingly difficult to do as Dexter keeps going on season by season. So I'm enjoying that. Yeah, but Travis is in a bad way. And then that was kind of the theme that seems to be the theme going on right now. Everyone's just in a bad way. You got Deb who, you know, has to come to terms with the fact that the people she used to be friends with, she's their boss, and now she's got to, she has no one to talk to her problems about, talk with about her problems. She's got to just be a boss and cause problems, and yeah, she's funny. She has a shrink, which is what she needs, but still, at the end of her party, she's just sitting there by herself calling Dexter. So she's not in a good way right now, and I'm wondering to see if that's gonna, develop into something, or if she's gonna get through it or not. Quinn is still an ass, but at least he's getting, berated for it. Deb yelling at him, Batista punching him in his face, the one girl he brought to the party yelling at him. So at least, if he's gonna be an ass, he's got to get told he's an ass. I don't like it when he does that shit and then he, just kind of gets away with it. It may be a little contrived. It's probably, well, Dexter. A lot of Dexter's writing on the show could be, have things that are really kind of contrived, and but whatever. Still, I still like that Quinn is just like putting his foot in his mouth, but he's getting like called on it, which is good. And I also like the Batista, the whole thing. I thought they were going to put Batista in the middle between like Deb and LaGuerta all season. They haven't done that, thank God. He's been completely on Deb's side with everything. Even when he like was on Quinn's side, he was able to explain it to Deb, and Deb was able to be okay with it. So I like everything they're doing with Batista. Yeah. Oh, Masuka's new like intern, who was the guy. He was in the last episode of Scrubs. He was JD's last patient on that show. Season 8, not Season 9. Season 9 doesn't count. He looks like he's going to be starting a little romance with Batista's sister, and that's a problem because he's kind of obsessed with Dexter, which never turns out well. And Batista's sister is constantly at Dexter's apartment, so there could be some problems there. So we'll see where that goes. Again, that seems like it's going to go somewhere. It's not just some meaningless like side plot, which is good. Let's see what other characters. The Guerta showed up for 30 seconds. Fine by me. 30 seconds and goodbye. All right, might as well get to the end of the episode. That guy deserved it. Dexter should not. I mean, he did what Brother Sam said, but how can you not want to drown that guy? Anyone want to drown that guy? But now Dexter's completely regressed, and the proof of his regression is Brian or Rudy or whatever his name is showing up, which was awesome. So I don't know if they're gonna go with just Brian being the Dark Passenger, or if it's gonna be Brian and Harry being a angel devil thing, which would make sense with the religious theme of the season. And it's even cool that Brian showing up doesn't come out of nowhere, because he showed up in the first episode of season 2 when he was already dead. So it's not even it's just completely just out of nowhere. But it was a great shock, and I gotta give Showtime credit on not spoiling it, which AMC did a horrible job of spoiling something for their show, for Walking Dead later on. But anyway, I guess that's it for this one. It was great. I'm looking forward to the second half of the season. I'm looking forward to some Dexter-Brian interaction next week. It looks like we're going back to the Trinity Killer's son. Normally I would think this is too much going off kilter for an overall arc of a season, which that's normally not the stuff I like, but I like that we have 4 serious storylines going here that I'm interested in. So I gotta give them credit, and yeah, that's it. See you guys next week on this one. Adios.